Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. Actually, I don't think there's any "the," but still, it's there. So, we have actually a relatively low set of stress things here, which is too bad, because I'm dying to try a new idea. Briarstone keeps trying to sell me on this idea that, you know what, and we've certainly seen this the last couple of dungeon runs. When someone hits 100% stress, it's actually not the end of the world. Every now and again, depending on what they have, the Fearful especially, it seems like, they may skip an attack. And that one definitely sucks. But the other ones, other than the fact that their biggest contribution is they tend to increase the stress of everyone else, and or sometimes they might auto attack on their own or just randomly move a little bit on their own and occasionally refuse to heal, it doesn't actually cripple them so much. And so he started this thing where he runs 100% darkness runs, no torches, and goes with people who are at max stress, because who cares, and just goes, yeah, you get a little less scouting, and yeah, you're less likely to surprise monsters, but, you know, you save a little bit of resources and money. It's kind of interesting. But he's also stacking his roster with people who have bonuses in the dark, and so far we don't have any of those. I dropped an L in the names of the people who prefer light. Oh, there was someone else. Did it not stick? Oh, that one Marine there. It's slightly cut off. I'll tell you what, we're gonna rename you, no offense. We're gonna rename you to just one Marine, because, or that Marine maybe. No, we'll call you one Marine, I think that's cooler. One Marine right over here, that way I can see the L. So both of these guys perform better in the light, or rather they perform poorly in the darkness. So in the super dark, one Marine loses speed, and more importantly, Krakenbrow gets less stress resist in above light. So Krakenbrow makes a good contender for a group that wants to minimize stress. I did go ahead and equip the Occultist not only with the Eldritch Killing Incense, which obviously these trinkets have pros and cons. So he's particularly good at fighting Eldritch monsters. But that's it. I wonder, I bet you toggle these items in an actual dungeon. I'm thinking I can move this into our inventory. So if we're not fighting Eldritch monsters, maybe I can de-equip it. Also, he comes packed with a few debuffs. He's got here a debuff to damage and accuracy, a debuff to dodge. I don't know if marking a target counts as a debuff, like a resistible debuff or not, but that means, and the pull, I don't think is a debuff, because I think some people have move resistance, you can see here. But the debuff stone almost certainly works with both of those. So it does nerf his damage ever so slightly, but for the occultist is probably worthwhile. So what we'll probably do is get a group together. Now, I do want to go and finally go after the Weald. We're still a little bit light on deeds, and the Weald does provide deeds as a quest reward. We don't know anything about it. Skirmish. Beat back the creatures and bandits that endanger traffic on the old road. Many people have tweeted at me that, or commented on YouTube, that a Weald is an old name for like, basically like wilderness, like an untamed overgrowth of forest and bush and that sort of thing. So that's what a Weald is. So it sounds like I just got to go and kill everything. I don't know. I haven't seen this. I think. Oh, they're right here. Derp. They're complete 100% of the battle rooms. So I don't know if we've got anyone with a Weald bonus. It kind of sucks that we're gonna have to. Oh, we do have a Weald Scrounger. Jewelotto is still getting a little bit of treatment though, so we can't bring him. Neuralosa. Anyone else with a Weald bonus? Warren's Weald Tactician. There we go. Lucian Hero. We're gonna bring you. And a lot of people have great stats, of course. Oh, and we have a Weald Explorer over here. Perfect, because I was hoping to bring the Occultist for the very first time. Just checking here, we've got Lucian, who's got the stun ability, the party heal, Hand of Light. That one's new. You have a lot of range attack. This is actually a front range attack, interestingly enough. It's not much of a range. It counts as ranged, but you have to be in the front, and you can only hit people in the front. We probably won't see much use of that. And in fact, from the rear, okay, you can still Dazzling Light. You don't have an insta or direct heal, which is a little unfortunate, but it's probably okay. A lot of people are saying the Bard is a really cool class. We haven't seen one yet in our camp, so we'll have to wait for that. So we'll probably bring Krakenbrow. And then we need a frontliner. Not Red has no stress, as well as Neuralosa. Neuralosa does have wasting sickness. Oh yeah, so overall an increase in disease, which is too bad. But evasive is very strong, and the -1 crit doesn't really matter. The hard-skinned, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. What we'll do maybe is we'll bring Neuralosa with us, see what kind of traits that she ends up with. And I'm saying she because Neuralosa is a she, one of my viewers. So, and if she ends up with like doing well and maybe getting a positive quirk, then we'll go and spend to get rid of the wasting sickness. So we'll have to see how it goes. So we might not want her right in the rear, this Vestal. Because it might be better to have her in the 3rd spot, so she's got the option of illuminating someone with high dodge. Which doesn't happen very often. Let's see. Krakenbrow can pistol shot from the rear. Ooh, you can't grape shot from the rear, though. We really want you in the middle 2 positions so that you can grape shot, which is the most important. Also, the open veins option. What about the Occultist? Could you take the far rear? Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Occultist in the far back. We'll put him in the 2nd spot. Doesn't really matter. Actually, it might be better to have the Vestal in the 2nd spot because she can use all her oh, no. She won't be able to use her stun from the 2nd spot. So you're exchanging the Hand Light for the Dazzling Light. Okay, so this will be fine. Good. We're going to go ahead and provision. Now, it's a short run. Oftentimes, you only need 4 food. Sometimes you don't need any of it. But I really don't want to succumb to starvation, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And, yeah, we don't have a ton of money. Like, it'd be nice to save a few bucks here and there. If we knew for a fact we might be able to find a couple of pieces of food, we might do that. Excuse me, we can also use the food to ward off a dying thing. And we are going to go with a lighted group here, so I'm going to go nuts on the full 8 torches. And then it's a question of, do we bring a bandage? Do we bring a holy water? If it was a longer dungeon, I would bring more of these things because it's an increased chance that we'll use them for something. But as is, we're going to go with this kind of run here. It's probably overkill, and, you know, costing us too much money. Tell you what, we'll cut back on the torches just a scooch, just to try to save an extra couple of bucks. I would really like to just bring 4 food. But every now and again on these short runs, we did get caught, at least once. Maybe I'm just paranoid about that one time I had to eat twice, and partially it depends on the layout. We'll play that safe rather than sorry and see how it goes. All right. Now, some people would like me to do more of this sort of prep work at the end of every run, but I don't know. I quite like to get my brain back in the mode of, okay, who am I bringing with me? What's my strategy? Right before starting a dungeon. So for me, it works better. Also, between episodes, I usually take the time to check everyone's abilities and give it a little bit of think.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
All right, well, we only have to hit every battle room, and we're not necessarily knowing if there's any battle room over here. Is it possible? Do you ever do a scout on turn 1? Because I do have... Oh, we have a debuff. How come you have 10% less dodge? Oh, you had something. You got, you were in a bar, and you have some... It doesn't stay on your sheet. I don't know why. It's very annoying to me. But yeah, he was, I think he was still tipsy, or he's hungover or something like that. So he has less dodge, which is kind of annoying. And he is wearing the Warrior's Cap, which I think is fine on this character. Hurts his speed a bit, but the bonus accuracy, I gotta appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna move east to start off with. Oh, and I wanted to double check. We do have, what, two wheeled scouters? Oh, that's wheeled damage. We only have 1 wheeled scouter. It is 20%, though. So most of the time, we'll probably get some scouting data, but I don't know if you get it when you enter the dungeon. It's probably just, you know, random. I don't know if we just have a flight 20% chance. I think we start with a better than 20% chance, at least when we've got the full light. And I've put in a specific request to the developers. I want there, when you hit a breakpoint with the light, I want a little pop-up, a little something. I want someone to say something about the darkness when we do get to a certain breakpoint, because mousing over it all the time is really annoying. Or an option to leave a number up so that I can see, because I don't want to use a torch before 75%. But checking this every 10 seconds is annoying. So then I stop for 30 seconds, and then I actually stop for 2 minutes because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, Krakenbrow has been moved to the back, which is a little bit unfortunate. He doesn't have a movement ability, which is really too bad. He can still pistol shot from back there, and we might get him to do that, just so that we don't have to waste a turn moving anyone. That is a big fucking heal. I think that's a self-heal. Oh, and it causes someone to bleed, and it's a friendly target. So I think it bleeds someone... See, we've seen this before. This pop-up is a little bit sketchy. I guess because it doesn't say self, it must heal the target for 0 to 10, and then also make them bleed. But this is, I've complained about this specifically with the heal ability. It doesn't, to me, make it obvious that it's healing the target, and I think it does. Also, the fact that the H is lowercase drives me crazy. And I've said this before, too. I only complain about games that I like. If I don't like a game, I just ignore it. If I bitch about a game, it's because I like it and I want it to be better. Now, we don't have anything that uses the mark. Marking is a debuff that gets applied to people that makes certain abilities do bonus damage. Specifically, the Bounty Hunter has an ability that lets him... that ability will do double damage anything that's marked. So we want to combine the Occultist with the Bounty Hunter with that ability. So What we got? We got a pull. I don't feel the need to use a pull, so it's a question of weakening curse versus vulnerability hex, both of which have 67% less damage, both of which have 5% crit modifier. I don't... Ooh, this actually does have a frac 10 of dodge. Getting rid of some of this dodge is actually going to be handy. Alternatively, lowering the amount of damage that they do would also be pretty goddamn sexy. I'm going to say it's like kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. We'll use the vulnerability hex and try to get the Rabid Gnasher less dodgy and then just finish it off. Alright, we only did 1 point of damage. We knew he wouldn't do much. Now, it's interesting, I should see, with Chris Mulgar here, the Occultist. Normally it says his damage range is 4 to 7. And it goes down to 4 to 6 because of the Eldritch Killing Incense, the debuff stone, which decreases the damage. Now, I'm wondering, his abilities, are they always just going to do 1 to 2, whether or not I had this equipped? And I wonder if I think I can change equipment mid-fight. We'll see. We'll check it next time we're on him. Meanwhile, over here... Oh, we all got shuffled around. It's okay. We can use Hand of Light in the front. Are these guys unholy? Beast? Unholy. There we go. So we'll go ahead and smack him around and take advantage of the bonus damage. So we're not really focus firing. But, you know, got to take advantage of the plus 20% when we get a chance. And it debuffs his own damage and accuracy. He's still hit, but hopefully for a little bit less. And yeah, I would really like to do the Grape Shot Blast here, but instead we'll use the Pistol Fire and do 4 to 8. So we actually can't one-shot the Rabid Gnasher, so I'll go ahead and finish off the Bone Rattler over here, which is better. Ow! It's a good thing the Vestals do actually have decent hit points. So we've got the Battle Heal, which is a nice ability to have, so because we don't have a direct heal on our Vestal, do we? We have the Party Heal, and that's it. Although we do have the weird reconstruction, which is good. And yeah, it is pronounced weird as far as I know. Or, I mean, it might be pronounced wired, but that's where the word weird comes from. It's the same root. So, screw it, good enough. Any chance I could one-shot these guys? In theory, but I think it's better to try to do Divine Illumination, which should put them both in one-shot range for everyone else. I'm happy with that. That was a total of 13 damage. Very, very productive. I don't think it matters which one I use. Both abilities have the same base damage. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Actually... No, I should have put it on someone else, and I don't think the skeleton's in dodge, actually. Yeah, so the dodge debuff doesn't matter, but I could use the damage debuff. Finish this guy off.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
And pistol shot. No, wait, what? Oh, I can't pistol shot anything. I can only take aim. Right, because I can't hit the guy in the front with the pistol shot. I'll reorder now, just so that I don't have to pass, but... Oh, that is a crit! Dude, Nirlosa. Dudette, Nirlosa. That is very impressive. And 1350 gold? That's pretty freaking good. That is a huge amount of cash. Check the light. It's so annoying. I hate that. Alright. I mean, I'm not just making excuses. It's just literally and legitimately annoying. Crate is empty. Wow, this is...
Nature herself.
Oh, this would have been a shovel thing. Alright, so we'll take a little bit of party damage and a fair bit of party stress. Which is unfortunate, because this was a... Oh, and that used up so much time. Oh my god! So, like, that again, I'm sort of going to complain a little, is that it's sort of random how much time everything takes. And that's why I would really like a visible notice. Because technically the screen dims a little bit. Come on. Not that useful. It's a good thing using torches in battle doesn't use up any time, but we still got a surprise. So that's something to be said about that. These guys, I could theoretically kill with a lucky Zealous Accusation, but I'm much more likely to kill unless I roll minimum damage, in before minimum damage, with the Smite. So I'm going to Smite instead. Good.
Fiend.
And I'd rather have one dead thing than two almost dead things, since it doesn't affect their damage. So here we've got Illumination and Hand of Light. Hand of Light, slightly less accuracy. Also, oh, no, they both have a damage debuff, and this one has a bigger one. Oh, that's weird, because this is 33%. I guess because of the rounding, 33 and 40% ends up being exactly the same amount of damage. I'm going to use the one with slightly more crit, then. And hope we get lucky. It doesn't have this... Oh, this one doesn't have the stun either. They're not unholy. Ah, well, that's too bad. That's alright. And, oh, they do actually have dodge. So, the vulnerability hex. Yeah, this guy really can't do much in the way of damage. But, this heal, assuming it works the way I think, has some potential. It could backfire. Let's go ahead and try to reduce your dodge. We won't kill you, but that'll actually set us up very nicely for like a holy word. I'm going to ignore this guy. Might be a little... Oh, no, we're going to Grape Shot Blast. Especially with his penalty to dodge. Didn't he? Oh, it doesn't update the character sheet. So it still shows his base stat of 13 dodge. But he's got a minus 30? Oh, minus 10 from that, and then does she have the minus 20? It does. Oh, it stacks! Whoa! Now, I'm hoping it is correctly minimizing this person's dodge. Since it's not affecting the character sheet, I'm hoping that it's not working. Alright. I admit, I might have just gotten a really bad roll. And I'm assuming you can't go negative dodge. Maybe. But seriously, does it not feel like... Wait. I'm still getting to go? Oh, it's a new round. I'm just getting to go twice. Alright, well, if we compare these two, I do have an 88% chance to hit instead of a 75% chance to hit using my open veins. So I'm thinking it is debuffing him. Just, you know, maybe I rolled a 0. Shit happens. Keep applying some dodge debuffs on these guys, since they do actually have some, so it matters. Now, both of these have taken a little bit of damage. We're definitely going to want to do a Zealous Accusation. It's a chance we kill them both. A chance we killed neither, but we got both.
These nightmarish creatures can
More
be
deeds,
felled.
thank
They
you.
can be
And we'll loot the
beaten.
tent. More deeds! Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. I don't necessarily need a much bigger roster. But still, more things than just that need deeds. Okay, so we have finished that room, so we can go back in this direction. The other thing I'm excited about is people have started to assemble what items are best used for the various things that you can find throughout the dungeon. Like, you know, holy water on this and that sort of thing. And so we're starting to get a little bit more information. I'm still trying to avoid spoiling myself too much because it's kind of interesting to discover things, but a little bit of information would help. I'm still kind of annoyed that our scouting's not working. So here's a good example. I don't want to use the light right now. I want to wait one more tick, but when will that happen? Nope, we're not 75. Nope, there we go. So now I just went down to another chunk. So it's like, you gotta keep checking it obsessively, and it drives me crazy. So I certainly, while I do get distracted and miss things from time to time, this to me is a little bit of a UI. It could be better. Like, you ideally don't want people to miss things. So you want a UI that communicates information. Sure, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, this is working out okay. What the hell is this thing? Healthstone? Oh, that's fantastic! For our party we're going to assemble that's just going to be sitting around at 100% stress all the time. The Healthstone's going to be fantastic. Do I want to use it in this party? Not yet. I might equip it. If we start to hit 100% stress, I might go ahead and equip it. But for now, we'll leave it off. Because it's better. I mean, if we don't have the stress debuffs, we're better off. Alright, let's pop this room. It looks like we might get away, well, at the very least, we'll get away with only the 1 stack of 4 food here. We might not need any. Alright, so we have to go here because it's a monster encounter, and we have to clear all the monster encounters. We have no choice. There's actually going to be another fight along the way, too, so this might beat us up a little bit. Loot! Ah, holy water. Nice. Okay, we might put that to good use somewhere. There could be a trap in this particular slot. Nope. A shallow grave. I'm willing to bet that... Oh, where is it? Did I close it? Where's my list of things that I said? I think someone Facebooked me. And I closed it. I'm willing to bet that holy water on this grave is really good. But yeah, I'm going to take the wimpy way out and actually go and check. How do I gotta change. Oh my god. Fucking internet. Don't be shitty. Why are you being shitty, internet? Oh my fucking god. This game makes me salty like nothing else, and apparently even like Facebook. Trying to get back into my Facebook messages so I can see the message that someone sent me very helpfully. And have it up. There we go. The Google Doc. I'll make sure to save it in my own. So, we are in the Weald. And we found, specifically it's called the Shallow Grave. I don't know if it's in the list. Shallow. It is not in the list. So people are still putting this list together. I'm gonna bet holy water on the grave is a good idea. Oh, come on! Alright. Grave digging is not the healthiest possessions or professions. Okay, maybe there was just a chance for disease. I guess that's not inappropriate, but whatever. I still didn't want any zombies or vampires like reaching out and grabbing my people. I think starting a grape shot is going to be an excellent idea over here, since we have no chance of one-shotting anyone anyway, but we might get a lot of people down to one-shot range. I don't mind that result at all. It was a total of 13 points of damage. Now they're going to come and hit. Whoa, they got good rolls on their own scatter shot. Oh, and good slice and dice. This is actually going to be quite devastating. Okay, all the dodges are relatively low, slightly higher in the back. I think what's going to be more important is applying some damage and accuracy debuffs. In particular, I'm going to go ahead and target this Fusilier over here. Well, I guess you want to debuff someone who's not about to die. So I'm going to hit the guy in the back here. Try to make his damage output a little bit lower, because both of these can splash damage my entire party, which is particularly bad. And none of these guys are unholy, although again we can continue to debuff their damage. It'd be nice maybe if I could do the... Well, that's not full damage, it's the stun attack. I could do a party heal, but I don't think that really gains us much. If someone were in Death's Door range, then it makes a lot more sense. So, how's the torchlight? Aha! I mostly noticed because, of course, this torch ability will increase it a little bit more. So we'll use that, and I'll go ahead and decrease the dodge of this guy. We'll try to kill this guy while keeping that guy debuffed, and then move to the front. Holy roll! That was really good. In fact, the next scatter shot we use might kill everyone. Alright, well, we did debuff his damage slightly, which might have made things better. Oh, God, that is a lot of damage. Do I want to use the Zealot's Accusation here? It's not likely to kill either one, although neither is the Smite, although it'll do a little bit better. Smite might get lucky. Could technically roll max damage and kill this guy. Oh, slightly more likely on this one here, so we'll try that one with the Smite. Exactly what I needed. Oh, I'm so happy I did that. Woo! De-stressed a little bit, which is good. And yeah, I hate having the mouse over here. This is utterly silly. Because it's not even, like, you can sort of see the bar. I guess here's the tick that I gotta look for. But it's such a... Yeah, I can see there's the tick. That makes it a little bit better. You have 1 hit point left. Nice! I was gonna say, I'm probably only gonna do 1 hit point. And it worked out. Heals? No, I think much better than healing is just to apply some damage. Now, this guy's got the damage debuff. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the damage debuff on this guy. 4 damage is decent. Ah, he did resist the debuff, which is too bad. But that's alright. I don't think the Grape Shot Blast is called for here. 2 to 5. There's a chance we'll kill him, plus there's a chance we'll drop a bleed effect on him, which even if the initial damage doesn't kill him, probably would. You effectively have to add, on average, or usually 2 extra damage with the bleed. And, he did dodge that, which is too bad. He does have, like, a non-zero dodge. Oh, no, you're gonna hit the one who's already low! Alright, it's a lot of stress, but we should be able to finish this guy off before he gets to go again. I don't think I'm going to risk the weird reconstruction, because technically it could roll low and then she could die from the bleed. So we're just going to keep the damage debuff here. There we go. Physician, heal thyself. Oh, that is the party heal, which is too bad. It'd be nice if you actually had the that justice ability or whatever, but let's go ahead and do that. It'll get you out of Death's Door range and heal a little bit extra here and there. It's not a big deal. Now, I could battle heal her, but as soon as she's out of death range, I'm less concerned, and I think it's much better to just try to kill this guy. And we do. Because if he targeted her again, then, you know. Crest, Wounding Helmet.
Is a slow and insidious killer.
That is very cool. Very cool. The extra chance on stuns is very nice. Hopefully, like, if someone had, I know there's some skills, like she's got one that says 100% stun. I'm hoping that would effectively bring it up to 110%, because people have stun resistance, so being above 100 would actually be quite good. Checking the map here. Kind of sucks. It would be nice. I mean, we could drop a bunch of this food on this character to bring her, like, slightly out of range, but again, I don't want to risk it, because I don't know when we're going to eat. If we get to, like, here, and if we finish this room after that, I'll feel very comfortable using up to 4 food, leaving 4 behind for replenishment, but it's not worth dropping a heal over here at all. What I could do, though, is move her back, and I think that's what I'm going to do. You can still use, I believe, all your abilities from the second position. Yes, 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 and yes. This actually opens up the ability. So she loses the Hand of Light, but it opens up Dazzling Light for stuns, which is actually quite nice. I could put her all the way in the rear, which would cut off her illumination. But Dazzling Light is pretty goddamn strong. I don't know if there's, like, fewer attacks in the rear compared to the third position. But you know what? We're going to give it a try. Plus, if we get surprised, if we get moved, it's less likely that she'll move to a particularly dangerous spot, I think. I hope. We'll see how it goes. You know, he resisted some... Or Neurolosa resisted some disease earlier, despite the fact that she has a lower disease resistance. Nice stuff. Alright, what you got? Fungal Scratchers. That sounds incredibly unpleasant, but what is pleasant is that we did surprise them, so go team us. Stun resistance is 25 across the board, which is pretty good. I don't know what is more scary, the Scratchers or the Acolytes. I will say this. Oh, we can only attack the people in the front, so it doesn't matter. But I was going to say, these people have a dodge of 13, and I think that still applies when they're surprised. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a stun on... I don't think it matters which one of the two. Based on the attacks, everything should be able to hit both. So we'll just grab the one on the front. 80% chance to land the blow. 25% chance to resist the stun. Nice! Very good. And actually decent damage. Now, 4 to 9 and a bleed... I think it makes sense to use a Grape Shot Blast here, because it's very unlikely that we can kill him, finish him off completely, and this brings more people into Death Zone, especially with all the surprise. And he's actually going to be out of commission for 2 rounds. We really don't have to focus fire on this guy at all, at all, at all. Now, what might benefit us is removing some of the dodge off of these fellows in the back. They are quite dodgy. Whereas these guys are not. We know these abilities do basically no damage whatsoever. So, I mean, all he's got is the debuffs. We could pull one of these guys forward. Oh, it actually does slightly more damage. Well, maybe it has a slightly higher chance of rolling a 2 instead of a 1. But why don't we pull this Acolyte closer to the front? Opening him up to more attacks. I like it. Ah, how does it feel for you to get tentacled instead of me? And then, 9 to 10... we've got maybe a 50-50 chance of killing him off. The hit chance isn't huge because he does have dodge, of course. You know, they're still all surprised. Why don't we keep applying some splash damage? Very nice. Man, we're applying a lot of damage on the guy who's not going to be acting this round anyway. But it's not like we could have finished him off. Whoa! More Death's Door.
Unwound.
Okay. I'm trying to decide here. What we could do is suck this dude forward, which has a lot of benefit. It'd be really interesting. It's possible these guys don't even have abilities they can use from the rear. It might be worth using a weird reconstruction. Again, if we get a shitty roll, she could just die. I mean, maybe not instantly, but we could roll 0, put a bleed on her, and have her die to the first tick. As long as she gets at least 1 hit points, it won't kill her. And then on her turn, or maybe his turn, there'll still be another heal. But I'm actually really tempted to just... I'm going to pull the other cultist for it. Oh, we got a crit on it as well. Oh, he resisted the pull. But hey, de-stressed everyone a little bit, which is good. She's got quite a bit. This Grape Shot Blast. It's tough. This is one of those where the safe play is to go for a kill. Okay, there's only a... I guess about a 50-50 chance that I will kill off the Acolyte. So definitely the safe thing to do is to go for the kill. Oh. Alright, I was going to say the overkill is bad, but honestly, not, I mean, barring a crit, the overkill is not going to be that much. We could also focus the Fungal Scratcher. As long as I don't roll minimum, and I get the bleed off, then it will die on its next... It's going to be stunned on its next action regardless. You know what? I'm going to take the guaranteed kill on this Acolyte, assuming I hit. I crit, which is overkill, but you know what? Burning off a little bit of stress here is kind of useful.
Dazed.
A crit is bad the other way, but not really the end of the world. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the party heal. Get myself out of Death Door range. And, you know, helps everyone else a little bit too, but now I can survive at least 2 hits, which is important. Stun wears off over here. He's going to use a Groping Swipe, which sounds very uncomfortable. Do not want. And we're going to try to go for the kill on this guy. Don't roll him in, don't roll him in, don't roll him in. Nice. Okay. I'm really liking how this is going. He says right before he dies completely. We are going to go and try to finish off this guy. Ow! I was going to say, even if I roll minimum, assuming the bleed goes off, it will kill him, but that kind of sucks. Oh, it's Lucian again. Well, I'm not going to use the heal. I'll go ahead and use the Dazzling Light. Maybe get a stun off. I think he's already gone. I don't know if the Fungal Scratcher did. And this sets us up maybe for a Zealous Accusation. I should probably go for a kill on the Cultist, especially since the other one is stunned. There we go. Even min damage would have killed it. I'm happy with that. And you don't have any dodge anyway, so... You know what? This is going to be a great time to use the Weird Reconstruction. Let's risk it. Oh, you resisted the bleed! That is true! 30% chance, 32, 40. So using the Weird Reconstruction on Krakenbrow is pretty good because 40% of the time he will ignore the bleed completely. Very interesting. Let's just keep him stun locked. Hey! Nice. Hey! And it actually soaked the entire attack. That's really good. Open veins. Not enough to kill him, but... Oh, and he resisted the bleed overall. Anyway. You know what? You resisted the bleed again? And... Wait, you resisted everything. You didn't get healed at all. Well, that's kind of poop. Just since he doesn't do much in the way of damage, and I don't really need to lay a debuff on him, it seems like a fine action to take. Okay.
This expedition at least promises success.
Oh, that is good. 10% more damage. We lose the dodge. Now, you know what? This Highwayman has 0 dodge right now anyway. So let's go ahead and... wait, how do I... Can I not... Oh, like that way. So, oh, that's that one. Damage Stone. Yeah, you have no dodge right now. So it costs us nothing to equip this Damage Stone. And you actually do some of the biggest damage in the game. So getting the bonus is going to be particularly nice. Especially if we can squeeze out, like, effectively, based on rounding, another point of damage in the Grape Shot Blast, which might technically be possible. That would be huge. How's my ordering? I'm okay with it. Health is getting a little bit low. We are here. We have to backtrack over there. Light is perfectly fine, I guess, because we kept using all the Radiant stuff. I guess with the toolbar, I don't have to mouse over the same way that I do, as long as I remember that it's that. But it's also a little bit of a fuzzy edge. Alright, we are going north. All that's left to explore. Next room should be empty, and then there'll be a treasure room, which will include a fight, and then presumably the very last room over here is a monster encounter. Okay, this... Well, we have no choice. We want to use Dazzling Light. It's got a 50% stun resist, but we might get lucky. And we did! Nice, and one of the more dangerous fellows. Doesn't make sense to use a Grape Shot Blast here, just because this guy counts as 2 wide. I don't think he takes double damage. God, I should really check one of these days. But it's much more important to just sort of go for the kill. We're going to try to stack up on much damage on the guy in the front as is. He's got the most amount of hit points as well, but we may as well target it to that. It wasn't enough to put our Death's Door, which is nice. You've got no dodge. You've got effectively no dodge. I think what makes most sense is actually drop a Weakening Curse on him. He's already gone this round. You know what? Maybe especially with the higher chance to hit, we'll go ahead and put a Weakening Curse on this Cutthroat. I like, putting it on the guy who can hit everyone. Because I think it'll prevent him from rolling 3s. And, make it so it just hits everyone for 2 instead of hitting some people 3. The stun just went away. I don't think a Battle Heal is necessary. There's the Zealous Accusation, of course. We've already applied a bunch of damage to him, so I think it makes sense just to try to finish him off. So I'm going to go with the full Smite. We might even get lucky with a crit. We didn't, but he rolled really good for damage, which is important. Round 2. Fight! I'm going to go ahead and try to hit him for another bleed here. Okay, we only got 4. Did it bleed him? He resisted the bleed. That's really too bad. He's only got 5... Oh, no, that's the Bloodletter stats, I think. Even though I was mousing... No, okay, it was still showing me here. He's only got 5 hit points, which is fine. You are now into Death's Door, which isn't great. And we get our first Resolve being tested. Masochist while being at Death's Door. Don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself, don't cut yourself. Also, that might mean she's not going to want to be healed. Oh, thank God. Okay, this is a tough call. It's possible she's going to refuse the heal because she's a masochist. It's a chance. I don't know what the percentage chance is. And with that, so it means it might not bring her out of death's door. I could also instead use a stun, which she's almost certainly going to use. Well, we might actually get lucky with a kill. Seems unlikely. You know what? He's going to die the next time we attack him anyway. Maybe he's about to go, which would be poor. I don't know if he's gone this combat round. You know what? I'm going to risk the party heal. Come on, heal yourself. Yes! She took, and she actually did a full 2, which is interesting. But yes, it puts her out of death door range. Right before the Rain of Whips. He's got the 50% dodge resistance as well, so it hurts, yes, but also blesses herself.
Injury and despondence.
Alright, she's going to go back into death's door soon.
Heroism or cowardice.
I wonder, did this bring down her bleed resistance? Yeah, actually it did. She's got half bleed resistance, so it may be a bad time to use the weird reconstruction, especially since it will stack with the other bleed. There's nothing I can do to get rid of the bleed. I can't kill this guy, so I may as well try to apply a... Oh, he's already got the damage debuff. Let's put on the damage and accuracy debuff on the guy in the back. He resisted. That's too bad. You got to bleed too. We do... Oh, no. What we need to do... I was going to say throw a bless or a heal over here. But I think the smarter thing to do is actually just to finish this guy off. He will bleed... Oh, no, he won't bleed to death. We'll just go for the kill. Oh, I should have used the No. Zealous Accusation wouldn't hit anyone in the back anyway. Alright, new round. And I'm going first. Okay. So neither one of these guys has gone yet, which is important. I'm going to use an Open Veins on the guy in the back, because a really good roll plus bleed could get him to not take another action. Alright, it's not going to happen. Is he bleeding at least? No. That's really poor. So she's going to go back to death's door. Should I risk it? She's almost certainly not going to resist, which means then she'll be bleeding 2 damage per round for 3 rounds. That'll be 6 damage. No, not worth it. Because a bad roll, like anything too bad on the weird reconstruction would not be good. So we'll try to debuff his damage one more time. Re-resist it again. Okay, she's back to death's door after processing a bleed. Obviously she's going to... Alright. Oh! She killed herself! Fuck! 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 I was gonna say she's gonna try a party heal again. And we haven't finished the dungeon yet. Oh my god, we're gonna have to run.
Perched at the very precipice.
It was going well, and we took a lot of damage from some of these encounters. Oh, he's masochist too, and bleeding to death. Yeah, we're gonna have to run after this. Don't kill yourself, buddy. In fact, we are going to have to battle heal yourself. Don't refuse it. That is not enough! You're not giving up. Well, you're going to take another tick of bleed in a second. And potentially get AoE'd a bunch. Alright, back to death's door.
Teetering on
So that did nothing. We should have just attacked.
the abyss.
No, actually, it saved us 1 death's door roll, I guess. Did you maybe stop being so whiny? Yeah, and it will still stack. This will still stack with this bleed to result in 2 bleed per round. This guy does no damage. That's amazing. So we really have to count on Krakenbrow finishing these guys off. I think we go for the guaranteed kill. Whoa!
Singular strike.
Would have been nice to crit this guy, of course. And he gets to go Death's Door. Okay, we resisted Death's Door. He's still going to be bleeding on his turn. He just death blowed. Plus, he's got masochistic, so there's like a good chance he'd get a double bleed. I'm sorry, Neuralosa. You're not long for this world. God damn it! Don't. You have any dodge? Not really. So we'll try to debuff your damage. Woo! Don't bleed to death. Don't bleed to death. All right. We could just retreat. Retreat and then retreat. And not even get this kill. You know, we've got a fair amount of gold. And some loot, including some powerful items. You know what? Because if he goes down, he's got no damage. Fuck it, we're running. Wow, that went to shit fast.
Evil is timeless, after all.
Good money, good heirlooms. I can't complain about that. And it's not like we lost anyone with, like, you know, who was super, super high skill or anything, but jeepers. It's actually very good we didn't lose Krakenbrow, because he has leveled up a little bit, and he's pretty good. And Nice! So he already is keen on the light, or hates the dark, one or the other, I don't remember. That's why I put the L in there. Now he actually does 10% more damage when it's super lit up. So he's going to definitely stay part of the mega lighted party. And these are level 0s. Sorry, Neuralosa and Lucian Zeno. You're not long for this world. You've got less damage on your range attacks. Honestly, I don't think that matters for Chris Molagard here because he does no damage to start off with. I'm assuming he's still going to be able to do at least one. He's here mostly to generate debuffs and get bonus accuracy against humans. That's actually okay.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Jolowoto is fully healed now, which is okay. Brackenbrow, we wouldn't want to bring on an adventure right away. We'd probably want to top them off again. These guys are certainly a little bit damaged. Let's see who we can hire. Hopefully a few different people. We do not yet have a Jester. Stomach cramps. Less heal in camps. It's got the Wheeled Explorer and bleed resistance. Quite nice, actually. The Inspiring Tune. That is not so good. It just heals 3 stress on 1 target. That's kind of poop. Battle Blood. There we go. I think this is one people keep telling me is awesome. The whole party gains a little bit of accuracy, which isn't much, and +1 crit, which isn't much. The thing I still hate is it doesn't tell me how long this buff lasts. Is it just on their next action? It might just be. So this gesture, basically every turn, he would basically just spam this for a slight increase in to hit and crit. Might be worthwhile. Ooh, the Heroic End is something he does at the front. Whoa! Interesting. So if he gets stuck in the front, he has a very high accuracy, high damage, because that's not like minus 33. This is plus 33%. So high accuracy, high damage, high crit. But then after that, it gives him a massive debuff where he does less damage, doesn't judge, has no accuracy. So as a finishing blow, it might be fine. And if you can guarantee that you can move him out of the front afterwards, it's not so bad. And then Harvest. So as long as he's in the middle, good accuracy, minus 40% base damage. Actually, that's exactly the same as the Zealous Accusation. Plus, it's got a bleed. I mean, I think he's got slightly lower damage than some of our Crusaders. That's actually quite good. So he really would like to be in the 3rd position. That way he can Harvest and Battle Ballad and swap those things back and forth. Or Ballad. No, not Ballad. Ballad. Sometimes I put the accent on the wrong syllable. It happens. Okay, I'm quite keen on that. Stomach cramps are fine and acceptable. So we'll drop you down. Yeah, over there. Keep a nice little order in our group.
Still at the end.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if it auto-saves properly at this point. Because I'm not sure. I noticed at one point it reordered my people when I quit. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but when I quit the game... Oh, maybe I'll go to the main menu first. When I quit the game, it actually crashes on me every time. So I'm not sure if it does that final autosave. So some of the town stuff might not get preserved. We don't have a Grave Robber yet. Let's see what kind of abilities you might have. Scattering is really... You have 2 ranged attacks, which is too bad. Shadow Fade is interesting. Whoa! So this does no damage. It's highly accurate, does no damage, moves us back 1 step. It does stun them and give me dodge. Nice defensive thing. And the stun, combined with stepping back, is not a terrible idea. But the range penalty really sucks. Clutch hitter. Health below 50%, get +3 crit. That's not terrible. I don't think we really need another Seeker. Or a Crusader. We've got 3 of them. 2 of them have no stress. Jolowoto is even level 1. We're not going to do that. I'll pick up the Grave Robber for now, just technically, so we have, you know...
Those with a keen
I keep
eye,
forgetting to check to see if it costs me anything.
gleams like a dagger's point.
I bet you it does, because it doesn't tell me, does it? I don't know if it costs me money or not to hire people. Every time I drag, I'm not looking at the money. So I don't know. I'll have to rewatch my own videos, see if the money goes down. So now the question is, what do we want to do in town here? We only have limited money. One Marine wants to do the light thing, because he is diagonal. So he doesn't want to do the full darkness nonsense. He's got a few poor abilities, but he's also got some really good abilities. I say he, because one Marine, but I don't know, she, clearly. One Marine should probably get some relaxation. I don't think he's got anything in particular, one way or another, that will modify it. Senti can take or not take the darkness, so... And then Chris Molagard, love interest, so he has to go to the brothel. He's not even starting with a weird debuff, which is odd. Krakenbrow is, yeah, definitely going to be in a low-stress group. So Krakenbrow, you just can't gamble, but you're fine anywhere else. So let's go ahead and give you peace through meditation. And then, since I have limited funds, what I'm going to focus on is sending someone to the sanatorium. Someone who's decent, generally speaking. Eagle Eye doesn't matter. And you've got a mix of different things. Not red, you haven't leveled up yet, and your miss of the spot is not really a problem. Dutch Derpy Guy. Okay, Dutch Derpy Guy, +3 crit and faded is really good. So you're the one who needs some attention over here. Off guard kind of sucks, but I think the torn rotator cuff may actually be the one thing we want to focus on. It's tough to say. Means you're going to take more damage in the first round, but you're not guaranteed to be hit in the first round. The slow speed kind of sucks. The 5%, yeah, we're doing Dutch Derpy Guy is a great character. We're going to get some attention over there. I don't know if you lower any stress while we're in here. And then that leaves us with enough money for, well, actually not very much, unfortunately. But we'll see how it goes next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye, folks.